Dennis James, the bodybuilding legend of old school days, the mass monster who refused to quit, the untold story of old school bodybuilding. There was a time when stepping into the bodybuilding old days era, every lineup was packed with athletes who looked like they had been carved out of granite. And in the middle of that era stood one man who never backed down, Dennis James. Nicknamed the Man's, Dennis James wasn't just another professional bodybuilder. He represents the hard work mentality that old school bodybuilding was built on. While many fans remember the champions who held the Shadow Trophy, true bodybuilding fans know the name. Dennis James earned something just a valuable respect. Born in Germany, Dennis didn't have luxuries in social media fame or millions of followers cheers him on. What he had was discipline. Every workout, every meal, every sacrifice pushed him one step closer, competing against the biggest name in bodybuilding. Back then, the king of mass, called the Danish James. Back then, bodybuilding wasn't about creating viral content. It was about surviving brutal training sessions that most people couldn't even imagine. Dennis embraced that lifestyle, and his chest and arm abs is different, very different. At old school type, back, biceps, chest, his mentality is very different. Always he work hard. His workouts were legendary. Heavy bench press, brutal rows, and enough volume to make even experienced lifter question their limits. Every set has a purpose. Every rep was earned. One of the tennis champ's greatest strength was his incredible upper body. His chest looked massive, thick, every angle. His shoulders created one of the widest part in bodybuilding in old days time, like old school motivation, while his massive arms completed the look to true mass monster combined with the waist and detailed proportion and his bicep ab. He became one of the most intimidating competitors of his generation. But building muscle wasn't the hardest part. The real challenge was recovering from endless training while following a strict diet every single day, long before meal prep. Companies excited. Dennis carried containers of rice, chicken, potatoes, and vegetable every event. Friends were eating fast food while he was measuring every gram of food because he understood one simple truth. Champion are built by consistency, not motivation. And his back size is always incredible in all his good time motivations. His chest, his biceps, golden era power. As the years passed, Dennis qualified for bodybuilding biggest stages and competed against legends who defined the entire generation. He challenging many bodybuilders. Toss up 250 pounds required more than muscle. It demands confidence, mental toughness, and willingness to improve every session. Sometimes he placed higher, sometimes he didn't. But one thing never changed. Dennis always returned stronger. That mindset became one of the biggest lessons from his career. His insane mass size, chest size. Fans also admired for bringing incredible condition along with size. During contest preparation, every week become more difficult. Calories dropped lower, cardio increased. Every week become more difficult. Yet goal stay the same to arrive on bodybuilding look better than ever before. Many people believe professional bodybuilding is won inside the gym. The truth is often won outside the gym. Getting enough sleep, eating schedule, stay hydrated, recovering properly, and remaining mentally. Another reason people respected tennis was professionalism. Whether he won or lost, he continued improving instead of making excuses. That attitude earned admiration from fans to fellow competitors alike. Even after his competitive career slowed down, tennis never walked away from bodybuilding. His experience became just valuable as his physics. Today, bodybuilders still study his training style, his intensity, and his work ethic because those lessons never go out of fashion. The sport had changed, the technology had changed, but he never changed. The tennis many steps.